What is up, my friends? Happy Friday. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back for those of you who are frequent visitors. Today we're going to be discussing the flock cameras that are going up all over the place right now. I went to Home Depot yesterday and I saw a new one that they just put up there. I'm going to be driving around my town and kind of just like keeping an eye out for them for sure, because I don't like being watched everywhere I go, and I don't like the idea of some AI robot tracking me and putting me into a database. And I'm super curious what you guys think about that. So we're going to go ahead and get into it.
The AI mass surveillance company Flock has gotten nearly 100,000 cameras into 49 states without most people's knowledge or consent.
So we just started doing it and just kind of brute forced through pain and sweat. Our customers have no idea what version of camera they're on. They think they have the Flock camera. We're on version like 4.6 or whatever.
Flock's AI surveillance system has allegedly both led to numerous wrongful arrests and been used to stalk women. But of course, the CEO who runs Flock sees his company as one of the heroes of history.
Yeah, of course he does.
In the U.S. history book, there'll be a part about Flock and how because of Flock, we are a safer, happier, healthier company.
I think actually your part in the history book is going to be the downfall of humanity as a whole, because you are basically putting people into technological enslavement, sir, by watching everything we do. And if you do something wrong, even if you don't do something wrong, there are already been, just like that guy just said, there have already been people who've been wrongfully accused of things because of these cameras.
Our country. And like that might sound crazy, but like that as I believe is our life's mission at Flock, is to achieve that.
And he's not just doing this by providing AI surveillance. He's determined to control local government elections as well.
And we always say, like, it's not just the technology. We have very strong opinions on the policies and the types of people that we think we need in elected roles to help achieve that mission. And so that would be the big picture for me.
Flock's AI mass surveillance isn't about safety. It's about making money and taking power.
Yeah, the CEO was way too happy and giddy and excited about this for me. He seems like he's really excited to be in control of everyone.
And here it is. Look at how they hide it behind the speed sign. Those criminals. These are the most disgusting people in the world.
They are. Yeah, see, well, obviously it's a little dark now, but when you see that little not satellite dish, what is it called? For solar, like it looks like a solar panel. That's a Flock camera. I guess it's solar powered. I'm not really sure how it works. Maybe we'll see.
I don't think anybody realizes how big of a deal what Flock just did under our noses again. So you already know about the cameras, and one could say this is arguably worse. They went to all the state governments and they said, we want to set up gunshot detectors and we want to use tax money to do so because it will make your citizens safer. Most governments said yes. So they get them installed everywhere and they're supposed to just detect gunshots. Well, a couple days ago, they again push an over-the-air update. No new hardware installed, same machines, to turn every single one into a mic that's using AI to pick up every fucking word you say on the street. And guess what the feature's called? It's called detecting human voices in distress. And the only way to do that is to listen to every word that we're saying at all times and process it with AI. And they're gonna sell that data to whomever wants to pay the most for it.
Okay, I really want to know in the comments below, like, what do you think about that? Are you okay with that? Because I talk to like family members that I have or just people out in the world, and a lot of them will just say, well, I don't do anything wrong. It's no problem. Well, I don't know about you, but like I have bad days sometimes, and sometimes I say the wrong thing or I have a wrong opinion that, I say out loud to a friend in confidence. You know what I mean? And I don't know how I feel about that being recorded all the time. Like it kind of feels like it can be used against all of us to be keeping a log of everything that everybody says. I just really don't like that, and I'm curious what you guys think.
A Flock camera that scans license plates, and license plates, of course, are registered to somebody who owns the car, and then we know who that person is so that we can track that person everywhere. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't see the big deal. It helps fight crime. And if you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't be worried about it. What this lawsuit is about, this class action cases in California, that's saying you guys are going way too far with it and you're violating our rights. this data is being shared with other law enforcement agencies and federal agencies, which are out of state agencies. And it's like, wow, what's the big deal? Well, you're being tracked everywhere.
That's what it is. 2 words, Nick: mass surveillance.
Mass surveillance.
You go to church every Sunday, or you go to a synagogue, or you go to a mosque, and that's your religious preference. Your religious preference is none of the government's business. Your political events, Nick, you're an independent and you want to go to a rally for the Republicans, and then you're not decided, so you want to go to a rally for the Democrats. Well, is this guy suspicious? Why is he going to these different political events? I think that's information that people ultimately, if you sit down and explain it to them, they're not going to like it. And I think that's what this suit is saying.
Yep. Flock, along with everything else, is redefining privacy, where we are chipping away at what privacy is. This data is supposed to be taken, stored, and deleted, and it's not.
Obviously, they're not going to delete it. I mean, they obviously are going to use this against everyone. I don't know. At least that's in my personal opinion. That's what they do with everything. Is it's somehow used against us. They can figure out what they can charge you more money based off of where you're driving. Like, they can. It's going to carry over into car insurance. It's going to carry over into literally every aspect of your life. And I don't know about you, but I like to go drive around. I like to go, nowhere. Just drive around, maybe not today with all the gas prices, but it's none of the government's business what you're doing, where you're going. Like, this is such an invasion of privacy. I can't believe we're living in literally George Orwell's 1984 right now. We're actually seeing that book come to fruition.
I'm a terrorist, according to this guy, at least. This is the CEO of Flock Safety, Garrett Langley. Flock is a massive surveillance platform with 80,000 AI cameras across 49 states. Langley also shares a sick-ass last name with the headquarters of the CIA in Langley, Virginia. You may remember Flock Safety from a dystopian Super Bowl
Yeah, that's a coincidence.
ad showing off their Ring camera partnership. You maybe haven't noticed their cameras, which are all over the place. Their cameras have noticed you. There's this website called dflock.org, which does everyone the huge service of mapping all these cameras, saying who owns them and who made them. And I've used this website, and I appreciated seeing the horrifying number of cameras in my area, which I had previously been unaware of. Somebody doesn't like this website, though. This guy, Langley. Remember him from before? He called dflock.org terroristic. If simply observing the surveillance apparatus is terroristic, then
He has good edits. And we are going to be looking at that website after this little compilation.
Up, America, we need to talk about flock cameras and the mass surveillance state that's being built right under your nose in real time. And 6,000 communities here in the United States have adopted flock safety camera systems to be watching the population at all times. Now, this has already led to abuse from police officers in multiple cases, including some that tracked ex-girlfriends and partners hundreds of times. But flock safety cameras are popping up everywhere across the United States, and you need to know what to look for. And on top of that, I'm going to show you how bad the surveillance state is getting here in America. And before I begin, I just want to say this is nothing that the founding fathers would have ever agreed with.
No.
And based on what I'm seeing growing right under our nose, I'm ashamed that I'm living here in this country dealing with this. So we've talked about it before, but this is a flock safety camera. This records your license plate everywhere you go and builds a map of your behavior and what you do. Matter of fact, I'm on Flock's website, and as you can see, audit trails, custom hot list, vehicle fingerprint search, real-time alerts, law enforcement alerts, transparency portal, night vision technology, all to track you from this little solar array camera. But they have license plate readers, Flock video cameras, mobile security trailers, and of course the newest gunshot and audio detection. Yes, it listens to your conversations for distress. So this little doodad says it can tell the difference between a car crash, a gunshot, and fireworks. Gunshot detection, detect street takeovers, crash detection, and here's fun, firework detection tells fireworks from gunfire to cut false calls. That means that there's false calls. And of course it gives alerts, and working with Flock surveillance gets your license plate also. Here's another array that's put on a light pole. Of course over here, deploy anywhere to collect the best evidence, as if there's always crimes on every street corner at all times that need to be found. Of course, these cameras right here get the license plate, take videos of it, and of course can match and send that information right to the police so they can find you. Here's a Flock video camera, but look what their website says. Deploy AI-powered video where it matters most. No blind spots, no hassle. So they're openly admitting they use AI. So that means obviously that's going to be integrated into data centers. I told you that the data centers were going to be a fucking surveillance state system. And what the fuck, Richard? Now we have people detection, all this shit, but let me ask you a question. Did anybody vote for any of this?
No, I didn't. I don't know about you. I didn't.
Or was it just thrust upon you? See, that's the issue. Nobody's asked if I wanted this bullshit. I would have told them no. Look, you could have Guardian mode from your phone so you could take your surveillance state on the go. Now, of course, that system also has vehicle fingerprint search and has AI-powered alerts, and you can just put them up fucking anywhere. Now, everybody has seen these systems.
Yeah, this one right here, the trailer one, they have that in the Home Depot parking lot. They've actually had it for a few years, and I've thought I always like cover my face or I flip it off. I flip it off whenever I'm around it. Sorry, pardon me. But yeah, because you know what? I know they're watching me, and I want them to know that I know that they're watching me.
Sitting in parking lots or malls, they do the exact same thing. Stop crime before it happens because of a visible presence that deters threats. Once again, they basically say that there's a crime on every corner to get that evidence. And then there's security teams watching this shit constantly in real time.
Great.
That is fucking crazy. And it has all these little features that come with it. Oh, and don't forget your Flock drone systems. There we go. Now, you can get drone service in 86 seconds on average, and 1 in 5 calls resolved without dispatching patrol.
Could you imagine? You are experiencing domestic violence, for example, and instead of sending a police officer, you get that. I don't want to be here anymore, guys. I don't know where to go, but I don't want to be here anymore. If this is the future.
So 89% increase in subjects located. Doesn't that sound like a fun United States? Isn't that what Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and all the rest wanted for you here in America? Hey, I actually recall Benjamin Franklin saying, and I quote, "Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty or safety." You're doing the exact opposite. What the fuck is wrong with you? Then, of course, different types of software that you can get here when it comes to Flock. As of today, here's the Flock camera coverage in the United States. So you're fucked. You basically allowed this to happen right under your nose, and you didn't even bat an eye. Some of you actually thought this was fucking great. Do any one of you want to explain how the fuck you let this happen? Anybody want to explain why we weren't taking the cameras down and bitching at legislators? How the fuck could you, the American population that believe in freedom and constitutional values, allow something like this to fucking happen?
Honestly. Because we all know that George Washington would have been dropping bodies by now over this. Like, there would have been a huge revolution over this. I can't believe we've all, myself included, you know what? I can admit, I've been afraid to say something too, because they've created this place where we all are too afraid or too preoccupied trying to pay our bills, going to work, just staying above water to do anything about it. They got exactly what they wanted. But I still think I'm going to remain hopeful. I still believe we have a lot of hope here in America. There are a lot of people like myself who really, really don't want this, and we're willing to put ourselves out on the internet or out in public saying, you know what? No, we're going to stop here. This has gone far enough. I personally think that, criminals, people who like to steal copper, go ahead. Have at it with these cameras. They've got tons of copper in them, just so you know. Tell your local crackhead.
This tells me I want to flee to any other fucking country that fucking is basically lacking power or any infrastructure for surveillance. Did your balls drop off? I'm sitting here trying to yell and bitch about it to get this shit to stop. You people that were born in the 60s, 70s, 80s, you would have never let this happen. So why are you looking the other way? Is it too big for you? No, it's not too big. Get this bullshit out of our fucking neighborhoods. It's about safety. Yeah, shove the safety up your dick hole. Fuck you. I would rather murder increase by 35% in a weekend than have this bullshit watching me 24 hours a day. Shove it up your ass. So here you go. 95,000 cameras that you didn't ask for the most part. What do you think about that? You proud of yourself?
And here is the map right now. As you can see, the number is going up every day. We're at 99,097 cameras now, guys. I don't like it. If you don't like it, you better start speaking up. We better all be going to our local meetings and our start with your small governments. If you have access to people in Congress, you can talk to them, do it. Call them. Harass them. Honestly, this is unacceptable. This is a disgrace, and I completely agree with that guy. I would rather literally see the murder rate go up 35% in a single day than be watched 24/7 by my government. This is disgusting to me. So anyway, I'm going to end the video there, guys. I very much appreciate you watching if you watched all the way through, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend. Bye.